It's a beautiful sunny September Sunday. Welcome along to Sochi by the Sea, the site of the 2014 Winter Olympics, and where this afternoon we play host to round 16 of 21 in 2019. It is the Russia Grand Prix, and it's a race that Mercedes have never lost, but they're under pressure this season. 3 laps to go then of this 3.6 mile circuit. Green flag is being waved because we're all ready to go here in Sochi. And it's lights out and away we go. And they were held for quite a long time, and Sebastian Vettel got a really good start. He's already wheel to wheel and past Lewis Hamilton. And here comes Carlos Sainz as well. Leclerc leads, Sebastian Vettel pulls over to the right-hand side. The McLaren's getting interested. The Mercedes are dropping back, and Sebastian Vettel takes the lead into the first corner. Then comes Charles Leclerc. After them, Lewis Hamilton and Carlos Sainz ahead, and Grosjean Magnus has had a great start from 13th, and he's ahead of his teammate. But Sebastian Vettel, what a launch he got! And
that's what Charles Leclerc feared, of being on pole position. We said it yesterday, Croft, he was in the best position, and Leclerc made it perfect. He gave Vettel the toe, didn't give it to Hamilton, and of course Ferrari can engineer that later, but Sebastian Vettel at the moment just wants to win this race. Leclerc will be absolutely fuming. He wants to overtake him on merit. Look, Vettel's punching a hole and a gap into him already.
So Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas separated by Carlos Sainz. We've got a safety car, and I wonder if it's for Romain Grosjean. And Grosjean's out. Grosjean's out of this race on a track you can say is not one of his favourites in the world. Only 1 point finish.
Oh, it's a heavy impact, that.
Well, he had a heavy impact at turn 3 a few years ago in the race when he was running for Lotus, did Romain Grosjean. 2 DNFs before here in Sochi, and here's a third to add to his tally. Now he's tangled there with Ricciardo, and Ricciardo sends him spinning off into the barriers.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like Grosjean was turning in. I think Ricciardo was up the inside, then somebody up the inside of him. It's hard to say from that view.
This is Sebastian Vettel. Look how close he gets to Lewis Hamilton, and then just breezes past him, getting the slipstream from his teammate, like Valtteri Bottas did in 2017. By the time he gets to turn 2, he's in the lead.
Sebastian will lead you by next lap.
Already doing it.
It was a swap there. Here comes Valtteri Bottas. The car ahead of him was a McLaren. The car ahead of him is now his teammate, Lewis Hamilton. Bottas is up in the 4th place. That was fairly easy with a bit of DRS assistance, and those medium tyres starting to warm up now and giving Bottas some grip.
And let Charles by.
Now that is the way, Paul, that Sebastian Vettel can try and get out of this situation. I can't let him past at the moment. He's too far behind.
You put me behind. I respected everything. We'll speak later. But now it's difficult to close the gap, obviously.
Charles, we will do the swap a bit later on. Lewis is a bit close, and we want to push now in the race. What we'll do later. Just focus on your race. Thank you.
I completely understand. The only thing is that I respected. I gave you the slipstream, no problems. And I tried to push at the beginning of the race, but I overheated the time. Well, anyway, it's no problem.
Yeah,
I know the situation.
Max Verstappen's finally got past Sergio Perez. Verstappen up in the 7th place. Anthony, you're monitoring the team radio at Ferrari. Can we hear Ant?
Vettel said he's, we just heard his radio. I've been listening to Leclerc's radio and haven't played it yet, and they're told him that they're going to let him by the next lap. So let's see if that actually happens.
So the soft tyre, Pirelli say the medium tyre can do 40 laps.
Yeah, that's Verstappen through, isn't it?
Yep. So Sebastian Vettel stays out. For the 2nd race running, the Ferrari that's behind is pitting first. This week, it's Charles Leclerc. Last week, of course, it was Sebastian Vettel. Vettel carries on in the lead of this race. Hamilton carries on now and up into 2nd place in this race, and Valtteri Bottas will take 2nd place as well. Medium compound tyres going on for the Ferrari. We expected that. And Albon's going to come back at Gasly on the inside through turn 3 here. This is properly personal, is this? And is Alex Albon ahead? No, Gasly has got the inside line, making it very difficult for Albon in the Red Bull to get past the man who would dearly love to be sat in that Red Bull, but feels the pressure is off him a bit at Toro Rosso, and he's starting to enjoy life a little bit more. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of this race. By the way, every time Hamilton's led in Sochi, he's gone on to win the race. Is that an omen? Who knows this afternoon? This is a fascinating race. Charles Leclerc now coming round the final corner. Half a second slower, the pit stop for Sebastian Vettel than Charles Leclerc.
And we need you to push this lap push.
And he has pushed. He's pushed to the extent that now Charles Leclerc is ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Not much in it between the two Ferraris. That half a second pull made the eventual difference. Leclerc pushed, had a decent lap, was closing in on Sebastian Vettel, who was stationary for half a second longer. And guess what? Ferrari have swapped their drivers round. Did he say I've got no K?
Yeah, I think he's
the MGUK, the kinetic energy that comes under the engine braking, and if he's got no K, that is going to... Oh, that is absolute disaster for him. Sebastian Vettel was leading this race. He might need at least 3 limoncellos now, because he is out of the Russian Grand Prix after Ferrari swapped the cars in the pit lane.
Box. Stop the car now. Stop the car.
That is Sebastian Vettel's first retirement.
It be 12.
What was that message?
Bring back the bleep V12s.
This is just played right into Hamilton. Look, of course they'll put under virtual safety car, won't they?
And here come a Williams and a Sauber, Alfa Romeo Sauber as well. So is this going to gift the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton the race win, Paul?
Yeah, I rather get the feeling it's handed Hamilton the lead. Now, whether he stays in the lead between now and the end of the race, we'll have to see.
He's beat Bottas, but I hate this rule, Crofty, where they can put under virtual safety car. They should close it.
It does seem...
It's supposed to neutralise the race.
Yeah, it doesn't neutralise the race, because you can still make pit stops and you can still use it to a strategic advantage. And Ferrari's mechanical retirement with Sebastian Vettel has handed Mercedes the lead, the proper lead of the Russian Grand Prix. Oh,
George Russell in the safety barrier under virtual safety car. Has he hit something, or unusual to go off under virtual safety car?
Now, George Russell, I would imagine, had just pitted.
That'll be a full safety car, won't it?
He had just pitted, and he's gone straight on into the tyre barrier at the left-hander about turn 8, I think that is.
Something's broke.
Yeah.
He's lost the brakes on. He's lost the brake pedal, I tell you. Luckily, he was going slow. This track is mighty quick, especially when you get to the likes of turn 13.
Now you ask Carlos Sainz, who had that massive accident.
Why could you say why could you say the brake was broke? Because you could see that one tyre was rotating, one tyre was locked up.
Yeah.
They had to do it. I was wondering why they hadn't done it, because Leclerc was, all things pointed to it just going backwards from here. So that is really the only thing they could do. Put him on the same tyre that Lewis Hamilton is on, a younger tyre, and get out and see what he can do.
As Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the race, lap 36. And this time I think Leclerc is a little bit closer to the Mercedes in front. DRS then is wide open for car number 16, and he's after Bottas. Here he comes. This time pulls out into the left-hand side, to the right-hand side. But this time, Valtteri Bottas is still just that bit too far ahead.
He's too far away to make a move through there. I think what he needs to do is get close enough that Bottas blocks into turn 2. He gets a nice slipstream through turn 3, and you can overtake into the very wide turn 4. And if he sets that off, he may even push Bottas offline, and of course challenge later in the lap where we saw him using DRS before.
And Gasly, who was going far too fast into turn 2 in a bid to get past Danny Kvyat, almost wiped out the front wing of his teammate and ended up losing a place to Kimi Räikkönen as well. Paul di Resta, boy, was that close.
They are getting close, these two aren't. They're giving each other a lot of respect, but while all this battling goes on, one has lost out to the Alfa Romeo.
through turn 3. Is Albon going to have another go around that, try and follow the car in front, then dive down the inside? You know what? He certainly did have a go, didn't he? Sainz knew he was coming and didn't fight, so that they both collided, accepted his punishment there. It's top 5 for Alex Albon. So we came to Sochi off the back of Singapore, and the form book said it's going to be a 1-2 finish, but it was a 1-2 finish for the Scuderia that everyone was expecting. It's turned out to be a 1-2 finish for the Silver Arrows, who keep up their golden touch in Russia. Lewis Hamilton wins the Russia Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas holds off Charles Leclerc to take second, and for the first time in a long while, Toto Wolff smiles at the end of a Grand Prix and probably breathes a huge sigh of relief as well. Max Verstappen, a day before he turns 22, has 4th place in the race. His teammate Alex Albon will come home to take a career-equaling best 5th place as well. Lewis Hamilton wins in Russia. Absolutely.
They're getting stronger all the time.
Well, they are. And Lewis Hamilton wanted his team to rise to the challenge, and that's what Mercedes did. They extended their lead. He extended his lead in the Constructors and Drivers' Championship, and we march on to Japan in a Formula 1 season in 2019 that is becoming more and more absorbing with every race. Ferrari threw down the gauntlet, didn't work out their way here in Russia, but who knows what will happen in 2 weeks' time in Japan.